I don't think Harry had a choice of that timing. I mean, we can see how Meghan deals with him, pointing when he has to go somewhere, pushing him out the way. She's in charge. She wears the trousers and some. And I
Mm.
think he just went along with her. Maybe he tried to argue with her and she would make a terrible fuss and get angry and all that. And I don't think he likes that. In fact, he's probably a bit scared of it. I don't think he did anything and just let her get on with it. However, I think it was beyond appalling for her to choose this day. It happens uh, every 2 years. It's very important for Harry as well as William. So it's not just spoiling it for William, it's actually taking the very limited spotlight that Harry has now she's around, and making sure that she's telling everybody, I'm in charge. I think it's all very carefully planned. I don't think it was a mistake. I think that she is determined, and I said it lots of times, to destroy the royal family. And she's got them when there's a lot of illness and they can't actually fight things like this because they're not a priority. And I think she's taking advantage of it. People might say, oh, well, you have to book these things, months and months in advance. But, if you watch Meghan, you can see it has to be done when she wants it. Harry adored his mother. It is a way of respecting them. This is the thing that she can pass on her wonderful skills to the next generation. And, to have the competition with your wife to get a bit of spotlight, I think is just cruel. She's always been very jealous of Kate, and she's also said nasty things or implied nasty things. She's more like that, but you know very well what she really means. Or someone is nasty for her. Even Harry, which in Spare, his memoirs, he was very nasty about her. And I'm sure he did say that she was the sister he'd always wanted. And then suddenly she was lazy and she was boring and she was a part timer, all sorts of things. People don't change like that. In fact, she's done more work, just taken on more responsibility. It's definitely, I can do anything much better than you type of mood. A new lifestyle approach is ridiculous, really. I mean, we see her in the distance in a huge ball gown, looking very elegant. You can't make sure it's her, but in other words, it's a young woman who's there, sort of ballet position, long flowing black dress, looking amazing. And there's Meghan by a surface with short sleeves, looking very nice. It's not about being very nice, is it? I mean, it's being very nice inside, not outside. And I think to um, take advantage of what they both told the late Queen, that they would not use their royal status for making lots of money. Now, if you look at it, what's she going to do? She's going to sell jam. She's going to sell tablecloths. She's going to sell little bits and pieces that you can get anywhere you like. They will be from Meghan. How amazing. However, what a dark trail she brings behind her. It is just appalling, I think, to do that. And why then did they just a few weeks ago have a new website and her saying she wants to come to London, she wants to bring the children to London, it'll be wonderful, having been extremely rude, I'm never going to that wretched place ever again, before she left, and why she didn't come to the coronation and all sorts of other events. But I think it's that's a ploy as well. You never know where you are. One minute they're coming to London, the next minute she's in America and she's got an American thing she's doing. But I think if she's coming to London, it will mean she wants to be there and sell her goods. well, my goodness me, they have to keep her out of any palace, anything to do with the royals whatsoever, because that will help her sell things. It's obvious. And if that's what she wants to do, if that's how she wants to use the royal family, it is absolutely shocking. Again, more than shocking. But because the illness and the anxiety, it's very difficult to deal with that now. And because she's cunning as well as clever, she can make use of that. Their behavior has been very blatant, and I am actually shocked that Harry hasn't said anything about selling and yet wanting their titles. I mean, he knows from the start that it's not on. They said that to the Queen, and did they lie? Has Meghan lied? Has Harry not been able to calm it down a bit and not use the titles? But you see, everything's carefully planned. They want their titles, they want to keep them. They've got a new website. It's all steps, very carefully made. And now they can really show how they care nothing about the monarchy. They're not interested in the monarchy. They want all the good stuff that they can sell and have protection. That's another thing. They've gone through all these plans, so they just have it their way, and they outsmart the royal family. She has to win. She has to win. And this is a big step forward because of the timing. The timing has been very carefully picked. I think she achieves enormous satisfaction and triumph, feelings of triumph. I've won this. I've tried so hard, and now I've got it. I think that's what it is. The good thing is, and I say this, which is really nasty of me, the good thing is that she's a woman who seems to me to be someone who's never content. She's never in content with the money. She's got millions and millions of money, but it's never enough because she sees people with billions. She has to be very good at everything she does. She has to lead. She leads the Invictus Games, which she knows really she knew nothing about, and she shouldn't be the one giving the speeches. It's Harry should give the big speeches, not the little ones right at the end. I think she has to win and be in charge. And this is another tick. Now, what I imagine is a very long list. This is obviously his decision. I think he has a wife who is very demanding. He knows that, but he's very much in love with her. He was in love with her the minute he saw her, and he can't fight back. She's much stronger with him. She's much more determined, and I think she's a huge shouter. I mean, when they were leaving in 2020, and she had these feelings of wanting to commit suicide. I mean, she wouldn't wait. She was telling Harry that unless he came, she would kill herself. And so he came. I'm not saying she did that deliberately. I'm not saying she keeps on doing that deliberately, but there's something about it that's very, very firm, and that he doesn't dare stop her. And this is, I think, one of the most major, obvious times that that's happened, because he would do anything for his mother. He still thinks his mother looking down on him. And I don't think those smiles that he gave to the people who'd won long time after William had finished are natural. I think it must have been very difficult. I mean, even Meghan has said at the engagement and other times, she feels that she's a second Diana, that she's got Diana inside her, that she knows that, she feels Diana. I'm not getting these exact words right, but this is the feeling. And when she went to see the grave, she lay on the floor. She lay on the ground, and she said that she wanted Diana to help her and to look after her, and she hopes she can do what would please her. Well, none of those things are true. There was just a thing she did, probably to please Harry, but she obviously didn't mean it. What I wonder is if she didn't mean at all any of the things which she's promised or agreed to. Maybe she kept her mouth closed and let Harry do, yes, we agree to that, yes, we agree to that. And she can always say, well, I never did. She's very, very clever like that. I think that they're too busy with their own lives at the moment to let themselves be put in this cesspit, really. I think William did what he wanted to do with his mother. It's obviously very upsetting. It's every 2 years, as I said, and it obviously leaves a lot of pain, and that takes a bit of time to get through. And I think Catherine is obviously still unwell, and she might comfort William, but perhaps they're both trying to get on with their things. They're so used to these nasty things that, and incredibly bad behavior, incredibly unacceptable, that they would just get on. I don't think they would spend the day dealing with it. I think there will come a time when they have to, but they have to be strong mentally, they have to be strong physically. So does the King Charles has to be over all the treatment for cancer. You can't take all those things on, they're too heavy. And my goodness, she probably knew it. When I was interviewing him, he was he had a very good side to him, very loyal. And I think that you can never completely wash that away. So perhaps he has a feeling that, oh gosh, but then he's won with Meghan. So that's very important to him. Meghan comes first. I don't think they would take it in. I think they would give a general thing, aha, we've got you. But then they've got to go on to the next one. What they might be doing next is coming to London, trying to get a place in one of the palaces, and then doing their own thing. They're not going to obey. They're not going to do what they're not going to fit in. Meghan's going to do the cooking shows. Meghan's going to do the show off. Meghan's going to use the clothes and makeup and all those things. And she might very well make a load of money out of it. But the money will never be enough. It will still be more. And I mean, it's in the papers that they've led to doing her another book and all those things. And you think, oh no, not again, another moaning book. That's all going to be fixed in with what she's doing. She's not going to just cook. Oh no, she's going to do everything possible. Another production, all sorts of things. She's doing a podcast now, isn't she, with another not very well known company, but that is respected. And it depends if she just goes on talking about herself all the time. The Spotify one was all about me, me, me. I think she finds it very difficult to do it you, because she's not really interested. She really wants to tell people about herself, but I don't think that she's interested in them. I think she lacks morals. I think she just doesn't feel that it's important to have good morals. I think she just doesn't feel about good morals. I don't know if she would know what they were. She can act well, as if she is behaving beautifully, that really it would seem over the years that we've watched her that she doesn't really have any morals, where she very much cares how other people are. I mean, she gets people, she uses them. She's wonderful when she first gets them, hugs and all the rest of it. And then as soon as she feels they can't give her any more, she's on to the next step. Gone. The name for this selling shop is absolutely extraordinary. It's 3 names picked out of nowhere. Perhaps she wanted it to be original. She says American, she doesn't say UK. She doesn't say global, which is a change. Usually these things are global with her. And it's a ridiculous name, but because it's a ridiculous name, some people will recognize it when they see it and think, oh yes, that's Meghan's. But it is but she does speak sometimes as if it's sort of just fallen leaves and none of them really mix together. They all just fall down and that's it. And I think this is one of those titles, names, that means nothing and says nothing, but does the job.